ground ball up the left side. Pass, rolling. One will score. It's in the gap. It gets by the outfielders. Jordheim goes back. Two will score. Here's the throw down to third. Not in time as Welsh.
Ivy throws it back in. We'll see if the relay comes home. It does not. It's an RBI single.
Called strike three.
Halsted Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a pleasant good Thursday evening from Corbett Field in Minot, North Dakota. This is our Irie Insurance pregame show between the number 5 seed Central Cass Squirrels and the 4 seed the North Star Bearcats. North Star just wrapped up their infield outfield. Central Cass is just about to take the field. The Bearcats, the champs out of Region 5. Central Cass, the champs out of Region 1 at 12-6. North Star at 16-2. The last 2 seasons, these 2 teams have met in the consolation semifinals. Central Cass came out on top last year at Newman Outdoor Field. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll hear from the head coach of the Central Cass Squirrels. That is Dustin Mongeau. We'll also get you ready for our American Crystal Sugar starting lineups and recap what happened throughout the day here in Minot. This is our Irie Insurance pregame show. We hear from Coach Dustin Mongeau of Central Cass next on yourliveevent.com.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com. There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
Hi, I'm Ernie Struby, president of the Goose River Bank, and I would like to know your story. Our lives and our businesses are comprised of events. We have all had our failures and successes, and these events define our character. If your character includes values like trustworthy, respectful, honest, and responsible, then your story matches well with ours, and we would consider it a privilege to be your financial partner. At the Goose River Bank, we believe that a strong bank builds strong communities. The Goose River Bank, member FDIC.
...2023 North Dakota State baseball coverage here on yourliveevent.com. Final game of the day between the Central Cass Squirrels and the North Star Bearcats. Joining us is Central Cass head coach. That, again, is Dustin Mongeau. And Dustin, before we get to the matchup with North Star, what do you expect to see on the field? Let's just kind of go through this season. And some years are maybe a lot easier than others, whether it's weather, whether it's injuries or something else. But how would you describe your journey to the state tournament this year, maybe compared to the last 2 years that you were able to go to Jamestown and to Fargo?
I would say it was a little bit rockier, a lot more up and down. Last year, we only lost 2 games, and one of them was at state. We've been a top seed coming into the region tournament the last 2 years, and we were the 3 here, losing once to Kindred and once to Northern Cass, but it was really a 2-point loss. So it's been a little harder. We had 1 extra game in the region tournament, so going 4-0 there was huge for us. It just hasn't been quite as smooth. We've had kind of some dominant pitching the last couple of years, and we have good pitching this year. It hasn't been as dominant, but good, solid pitching.
And you mentioned about pitching, taking the mound will be Jackson Parker. We able to see him obviously in the Region 1 tournament. He's been part of that stable, whether it's been with Mitchell, Majo, Stag and company as well. What have you liked about Jackson's performance to give him the opportunity here in the quarterfinals?
If he stays within himself, he's going to be just fine. I think that Oak Grove game, he started out overthrowing a little bit and he was high and consistently high. He's a very solid pitcher. I mean, you go back to last year's Legion tournament, he pitched against Kindred and was fantastic, keeping them off balance. And that's kind of what we're going to look at for game one. I feel like with Jackson on the mound, I could have gone to Owen Cates. I could have gone to Carter. Could have been Braden. I mean, Carter Dakota. We have good arms, but I just feel Jackson's been our most consistent guy, and very solid defense behind him. Allowing Carter to be at short and Braden catching and stuff. So he's been very consistent and generally all around the zone. He makes hitters work, and that's what we're going to look at on Thursday.
And the one thing here too with your lineup, and I think it spoke volumes a little bit, whether that 9-1 area in your batting or kind of some table setters at times, whether it was Mason Bussey doing what he needed to do at the number 9 spot, but Logan Broughton, obviously the plays he made in Kindred against Kindred Richland in that championship game, not taking 1 but 2 hits away, also not 1 but 2 runs more than likely away in that same point too. And then he's just been a guy that's found ways to get on base. What have you seen from Logan Broughton here as of late?
Right, I think he has the purest swing on our team. He's not the biggest guy, but his swing. I mean, he may have the most powerful swing on our team. Just the sheer, the whole motion of it and everything. It's funny because when he was younger, in travel ball and stuff, watching him, all the teams would come up because he was smaller. So they're thinking, oh, he's going to bunt. He's going to bunt. He bunted maybe once or twice all year, and I mean, he just rips the cover off the ball and just the instinct. We have all 3 outfielders. You mentioned Mason Bussey as a table setter, 2 great number 9 hitter to roll the lineup over to get to Logan, and the instinct in the outfield from all 3 with Carter Dakota in center too. They run down balls that maybe Mason Almaris will run down balls for Kindred. I mean, he's fantastic center fielder, but I'll take Carter Dakota any day too, and Logan in left and everything. Once Cooper went down with his injury, you insert Logan, and I worried a little bit right away, but boy, Logan is just taken off as the leadoff hitter and everything too. So it's been fantastic to watch him kind of mature as a varsity player this year.
Dustin Majo, head coach for the Central Cass Squirrels, with us here on our pregame show. Your matchup today here in this 4-5 game is North Star. So what stands out against North Star here? I know earlier in the week we mentioned about how you played them a ton here, going to a state tournament in some capacity, but how much can you take from 2 years ago, last year's game, and how much have you seen of them, so to speak, talking with other coaches that will present a challenge here later tonight?
I think they pitch well too. I think they have 3-4 guys like we have 4 or 5 guys. I think it'll be we're going to have to put the ball in play. I think that's going to be our biggest thing. Put some pressure on the defense, make them make plays. If we are passive hitting, we're going to be in trouble. I think we need to stay aggressive, go after early fastballs and things, and just put the ball in play is going to be a huge thing for us, making sure that that defensive pressure is there. And last year I remember a couple of mistakes that they had made on the infield, and we took advantage of that. But you don't take a whole lot other than the fact that it's basically the same lineup as last year. So we got to see them a little bit when we played them in Fargo. But they're a year older, a year bigger, a year stronger, faster, whatever. So we'll kind of see as we get there. We'll feel it out, and I just hope we come out aggressive and attack the ball.
Final thing for you, Dustin, and you might have led into it right there. What's 1 or 2 traits? What's 1 or 2 things, win, lose, or draw for 3 games? Up in mind, it's the final 3 games you're going to have with these guys this season. But what do you ultimately want to see, on the field for these 3 baseball games up at Corbett?
I just lay it on the field. I mean, our guys will. Um, like I said, that several of our guys have been there before, um, and just about every one of our guys has been in a state tournament before. So it's not going to be too big for them. And we'll talk about that at practice. We have talked about that at practice and stuff throughout the week. That it's not. Don't let it get too big. It's a game. You play baseball. You played baseball before. Um, Run the bases well. Be aggressive. Go after the ball. I think that putting pressure on the defense is going to be huge, and all of those, the offense, the defense, and everything is going to be pitching is going to be there for us. I just have confidence in our guys right now.
Dustin, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck here against North Star in the quarterfinals.
Thank you, Chase. Thanks for having me.
That again, Dustin Maggio, head coach for the Central Cass Squirrels, will continue on our pregame show after this on yourliveevent.com.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Dirt turning, hearts pumping, motors roaring. It's nonstop racing action Thursday nights at the Norman County Raceway and Friday nights at the Red River Valley Speedway. Featuring the fastest drivers around. Don't miss a lap. Fuel burning, dirt turning all summer long. For more information, visit ncraceway.com and redrivervalleyspeedway.com. The action never stops. Thursday night racing at the Norman County Raceway and Friday night racing at the Red River Valley Speedway.
As we continue on our Irie Insurance pregame show here from Corbett Field in Minot, North Dakota. This is high school baseball today. Currently sunny skies coming across the ways. A little bit of a cross breeze from left to right. Central Cass and North Star here on yourliveevent.com. Take a look at the weather conditions here in Minot. It's been in the upper 80s for most of the day. Currently, that sun coming across, beating down, currently around 82 degrees, sunny skies. Feels like summer, no doubt about it, here at Corbett Field. The Central Cass Squirrels are in their white tops with red numerals and lettering with Central Cass across the front. For the North Star Bearcats, they're out in their red tops, white pants with Bearcats across the front in black with black numerals here for North Star. The North Star Bearcats and the Central Cass Squirrels. We'll take a quick break. When we come back on our report, we will get to our American Crystal Sugar starting lineups again. That does it for our Irie Insurance pregame show. Irie Insurance is your trusted personnel, business, and farm insurance provider. They remind you to be on the lookout for farm machinery on the roadways or coming into and out of the field again as we wrap up the spring planting season, and make sure you stay safe and allow everyone time traveling the roadways. We're back after this with our American Crystal Sugar starting lineups next on yourliveevent.com.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro.
Let's get to our starting lineups, brought to you in part by our friends at American Crystal Sugar Company. Live the sweet life with great careers, quality products, grower owned. That's crystalsugar.com. That again is crystalsugar.com, providing our starting lineups here throughout the State Class B baseball tournament. I'm Chase Miller with you from Corbett Field. Here's the field dimensions: 316 down either line, 356 in the alley, and 410 to straightaway center. For the Central Cass Squirrels, they'll go like this: Logan Broughton, the junior left fielder, followed by Sam Covervig, the senior second baseman, Braden Mitchell, the junior catcher, Carter Maggio, the junior shortstop, Carter Verkota, the junior center fielder, Eli Boer, the junior third baseman, Joe Shoemaker, the senior DH, Cole Holzer, the junior first baseman, followed by Mason Bussey, the senior right fielder, and Jackson Parker is pitching. So again, Broughton, Covervig, Mitchell, Maggio, Verkota, Boer, Shoemaker, Holzer, and Bussey, and Jackson Parker is pitching. Head coach is Dustin Maggio. For North Star, you have Bisbee in left field, Hunter Hagler in center, Simon in right, Dilly at first, Alberg at second, Dan Hagler at shortstop, Parker at third, Westland behind the plate, and Zach Jordy is on the mound. Jesse Volk is the coach, and Brody Sphere is the DH. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, first pitch is next. Again, that is our American Crystal Sugar starting lineups on your liveevent.com. At Cass County Mutual Insurance Company, they provide services to homeowners, farm owners, tenants, seasonal dwellings, mobile homes, and farm and personal liability. Cass County Mutual Insurance provides local service to all policyholders and is working with clients in 19 counties in the southeast portion of North Dakota. For more information about Cass County Mutual Insurance Company or to find an agent closest to you, go online to CassCountyMutualInsuranceCompany.com and use their agent locator.
Central Cass School's mission is to foster student excellence in cooperation with family and community, and to provide educational opportunities in a safe and caring environment. Thank you to everyone who has helped make this mission a reality. The new STEM Center, Theater, Music Wing, Early Childhood Center, Wellness Center, and Athletic Complex will help set students up for success in school and life after graduation. They wish everyone at Central Cass good luck this year with academics and activities as you grow in the new space and move forward with excellence.
Hi, I'm Ernie Struby, president of the Goose River Bank, and I would like to know your story. Our lives and our businesses are comprised of events. We have all had our failures and successes, and these events define our character. If your character includes values like trustworthy, respectful, honest, and responsible, then your story matches well with ours, and we would consider it a privilege to be your financial partner. At the Goose River Bank, we believe that a strong bank builds strong communities. The Goose River Bank, member FDIC.
As we go to the top of the first inning, it's the number 5 seed Central Cass against the number 4 seed in the North Star Bearcats. This broadcast of this tournament game has been made in special arrangement with the board of directors of the North Dakota High School Activities Association. For the Central Cass Squirrels, this is their 3rd straight state tournament appearance, their 10th all-time in program history. For North Star, it's their 4th straight since 2019. As we get the first pitch underway at 6:44, first pitch swinging as Logan Broughton pops one up to the third baseman here in Parker, and he drops the ball. He had to fight the sun a little bit. It's going to be an error on Parker, and right off the bat, Central Cass gets their leadoff runner on. That was a tough one for Parker. Took a couple steps back. Has to fight the sun a little bit, but it hit him right on the heel of the glove, and he just couldn't bring that second hand across to glove it. So Logan Broughton gets on base with an E5. First pitch, though, again at 6:44. First pitch swinging is Logan Broughton. Sam Covervig, the senior second baseman, looking to butt, pops one up, and this one is playable to the pitcher. Zach Jordy will field his position on the pop-up, and now there's one down. So 2 pitches, a runner on and an out, as Braden Mitchell, the junior catcher here today for Central Cass. North Star able to top the Rugby Panthers to get to this particular part of the state tournament. This one in there for a strike at 0-1. Against the state tournament field, they lost to Thompson and beat Shiloh. That was back in the first 2 games of the season for North Star on April the 15th. Runner at first base is Logan Broughton. He takes the lead. Looking to throw back was Westland potentially. Now it's 1-1. After the Cooper Johnson injury, Logan Broughton has played left field, and he's played it really well as a leadoff batter here for the Central Cass Squirrels and Coach Maggio, particularly in that Region 1 baseball tournament. The 1-1 pitch in there for a strike. Breaking ball at the knee, now 1-2. Zach Jordy with Wesleyan behind the plate here with a runner at second base, and Coach Maggio is willing to put runners in motion up and down this lineup. 1-2 pitch. Foul tipped for a strike. Runner will move up, and we'll see if it's going to be a foul tip into the glove. And Mitchell going back to say if it was completed or was it foul tip or not to our home plate umpire here. They're going to say, nope, that is out number 2. Logan Broughton stands at second base right now, and Mitchell will be out on the strikeout. Home plate umpire is Ryan Horniker. Dean Winchinsky at first and Justin Klein at third. So runner in scoring position now for Central Cass with Carter Maggio at the plate. Swung on and miss, upper high fastball. Now it's 0-1. Sun coming down that right field line, straight west. You go south straight down the left field line here. 316 down the line, 356 in the alley, and 410 to straightaway center. Here's the 0-1 offering to Maggio from Jordy on the mound. Breaking ball. Now it's 0-2. So you run up a fastball, and then you throw the off-speed breaking ball here, and now you got Carter Maggio behind the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Logan Broughton again stands at second base. The 0-2. This is going to be hitting the air foul, and we'll keep it at 0-2. So North Star trying to work out of an error that allowed Central Cass to get Broughton aboard to start this game off. And then North Star coming to the plate for the first time as they will go up against Parker. Jackson Parker pitching here game 1 for Central Cass. The 0-2 going to be hit on the ground right to the third baseman. That goes to the opposite Parker. Across in time to Dilly. 5-3 on the putout. No runs, no hits. There was an error and 1 runner left on base. Central Cass scoreless. It's North Star coming to the plate in the bottom of the first on our Irie Insurance scoreboard.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey swatch, autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. They're open Saturdays 10 to 5. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
Halstead Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
As we go to the bottom of the first inning here, North Star with Jordy, Westland, and Dan Hagler to bat leadoff here for American Crystal Sugar starting lineups. North Star Bearcats here. Hunter Hagler batting cleanup. Then Carson Simon, the junior right fielder, batting 5th. Jack Alberg, the senior second baseman, 6th. Simon Parker, the junior third baseman, 7th, with Charles Bisbee, the junior left fielder, 8th. Brody Sphere, the sophomore DH, and then Brett Dilly, the junior first baseman. That, again, is our American Crystal Sugar Company starting lineups. On the outfield, from left to right, Broughton, Dakota, and Bussey for Central Cass. Eli Boer at third with Maggio at short, Covervig at second, Holzer at first, and Mitchell behind the plate. Jackson Parker will take the mound. As we'll get you an update from softball here in a moment, as this one is in there for a strike. Hillsboro Central Valley leads Mayport CG 2-1 in the softball contest in 3 innings so far. The Burros and the Patriots, winner of that game, has Beulah coming up tomorrow night. 1 ball, 1 strike on the way to Jordy. This is going to be hit in the air. And that's to left center field. Coming in is Dakota, who loses his hat. Catches in front of Brunton in left center, and there's a fly out. 1 down here as the cowbell has made its way to Minot. I feel like we're at Ole Miss or Mississippi State when I hear the cowbell a little bit, particularly on the baseball side. I don't think we have as many here at Corbett Field. Here's the offering to Westland. That'll miss for a ball for the junior catcher here, now 1-0. Taking a look at Central Cass. The 1-0 pitch misses. Now 2-0. You can throw Parker. You can throw Mitchell. You can throw Maggio. Those are probably your top 3 on any given day. It's just a matter of how far can you go with one. The 2-0 offering. And what does the game allow as it's now 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes to Garrett here as Parker falls behind the count. This is going to be hit in the air, and that'll be foul. Got the green light on 3-0. Now 3-1. Not too much wind throughout the day, a little bit of gust, but if that gust comes across, it's more left to right here in Minot. 3-1 pitch in there for a strike. Fastball now 3-2. So Parker makes the count full. Here's the payoff pitch. Back on the rubber. And goes from the windup. And that'll be strike 3 looking. Parker got behind the count. 3-0 and comes back with 3 straight strikes to get out number 2. Dan Hagler, the junior shortstop now, will dig in for the Bearcats. North Star, a squad that 4 straight seasons, and you look at their roster, they got a lot of players coming back next year as well. The top 3 hitters in their lineup are all juniors. Hunter Hagler is a freshman batting cleanup. Simon is a junior again batting 5th. That's one foul back now 0-2. Alberg is a senior. Parker's a junior. Bisbee's a junior. Their DH is a sophomore, and Dilly's a junior. So out of their 10 guys that are playing in the starting lineup, only 1 is a senior. The 0-2 fouled, and these 2 teams have played each other the 3rd consecutive season at state. Only difference is they played in the consolation semifinals the last 2 years. Central Cass beat North Star last season at Newman Outdoor Field. No balls, 2 strikes from Parker. Strike 3 looking to retire the Bearcats here. 3 up and 3 down through 1 on our Irie Insurance pregame, on our Irie Insurance scoreboard. We're scoreless here on YourLiveEvent.com.
More at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you want in a hometown. Business opportunities, great jobs, and a top-notch school. Shovel-ready lots for your next idea. Great jobs in manufacturing, healthcare, and agriculture. An excellent education for your kids with small class sizes and lots of school spirit. Plus easy access to I-29 and the conveniences of North Dakota's largest cities. Build your future in Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
Spring is here and the scenery while driving down the road will soon be filled with farm machinery planting this year's crop. Hi, this is Bethany Rentz, crop insurance agent with Irie Insurance. As fieldwork begins, we want to remind you to take extra caution when approaching large, slow-moving machinery traveling down the road. A successful crop year is one that is accident-free. Irie Insurance offers all lines of insurance, and we would love the opportunity to visit with you. For our contact information, please visit our website at irieins.com. Irie Insurance is an equal opportunity provider.
Top of the 2nd inning, we go for Central Cass. It's 5, 6, and 7 batters with Carter Dakota, Eli Boer, and Joe Shoemaker here for the Central Cass Squirrels. Unlike North Star, Central Cass, they're going to lose some seniors with Covervig. You also have in there Shoemaker, Bussey, in their starting lineup, but there is a core, no doubt about it, coming back next season here for the Central Cass Squirrels. 3rd consecutive year for Central Cass that they've made it to the state tournament, but this round has been their bugaboo, losing to Renville County in Jamestown at Jack Brown Stadium. Then last year, losing 2-0 to the Lax Burlington in the quarterfinals. This will be in the dirt to Carter Dakota here, the junior center fielder. Last season, the Squirrels then beat North Star in the consolation semifinals before topping Surrey for 5th place, 11-5. The 1-0 offering on the way to Dakota. Swung on and missed, now 1-1. North Star last season lost to Thompson in the quarters 13-3, then eventually fell to the Squirrels, as we mentioned, 9-5, and lost to Beulah 4-0 against the Miners for 7th place last year. 1 ball, 1 strike on the way here to Quarter. The pitch. Breaking ball for Dakota, shoots that one to center field. Coming in and making the play is Hunter Hagler. 1 down here in the top of the 2nd inning. Eli Boer, the junior third baseman, comes up now. Good play by Hunter Hagler. He was shading a little bit even into right center field, and he just had to come straight in on the line as that ball hung up enough from Dakota to record the out with Hagler in center. Eli Boer, the pitch. That'll miss. Now 1-0. Central Cass early through the zone. Broughton was able to get on base. First pitch swinging on an error. Convervig then popped out on a bunt right to Jordy at the mound. Now it's 1-1. Have yet to see a 2-ball count and really see more than a 3-4 pitch at bat here from Central Cass. Still early here in the top of the 2nd. The 1-1 will be in the turf here of Corbett Field. Able to see this ballpark. Now a Northwoods League ballpark here this summer. It's the first year that Minot's in the Northwoods League, so Bismarck is part of that rivalry here on the far western side of the summer college collegiate summer mode. 2 balls, 2 strikes as Boer swings through a curveball. Now it's 2-2. As Zach Jordy here winds and delivers. 2-2 pitch, strike 3 looking, and he gets his 2nd strikeout. 2 down now here in the top of the 2nd. So after an error that allowed Logan Broughton to get on board, it's been 5 up and 5 down for Zach on the mound. And now stepping up to the plate, Joe Shoemaker, the senior designated hitter, batting 7th as this is fisted up the first base line, but that'll be foul. And as we saw earlier in the day, the first 2 contests, Langdon area and Moore Munich with 4 runs in the first, 2 runs in the second. Then it was scoreless throughout between them and Delac Burlington. They jumped on Carson Yale early, eventually won 6-0, and the Lobos went the distance, just scoring 2 runs in their 2-0 win over Shiloh Christian. The 0-1 hit on the ground, and this might be an opposite field single, and it is, as Joe is able to get on base with a 2-out base knock as he goes opposite field. And for the Central Cass Squirrels, they have their first hit of the evening. Cole Holzer, the junior first baseman, a menace on the basketball court, part of that undefeated championship team for head coach Matt Norman. But Holzer here, junior first baseman, will step into the plate and look to continue the 2-out rally here for the Squirrels. In there at the knee for a strike, and so far what Jordy's been able to do, locate and find the zone. We haven't seen him just kind of nibble. If he misses, we've seen a couple in the dirt, but he's not like that. At times just out of the zone as Westland has to come out of his catcher's crouch. Now it's 1-1, and we'll see if they put Joe on with a 1-1 count with 2 outs. If they put him in motion here as he takes his lead off of first with Dilly holding him on. This one foul tip. Now it's 1-2. Good lead by Shoemaker, though. They're at first base again on that secondary lead. But Zach Jordy 1 pitch away from getting out of any situation here in the 2nd, then bringing the bats to the plate for the Bearcats. 4, 5, and 6 in the bottom half of the 2nd inning. That's going to be in the dirt all the way to the backstop. That'll allow the runner, Shoemaker, to make his way to second base now, and it's a 2-2 count to Holzer. Back-to-back innings that the Squirrels have had a runner at second. Now Holzer will try to continue the rally going. Then Mason Bussey. If Holzer even just draws a walk, Mason Bussey had a really good Region 1 tournament as a table sitter for Coach Mazzo between Bussey and Broughton. And those 2 got on base a ton between Enderlin and Kindred. The 2-2 pitch swung on and missed, and Holzer with a strikeout. No runs, there was a hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. An inning and a half complete on our Irie Insurance scoreboard as we go to the bottom of the 2nd inning, scoreless on your liveevent.com.
Team at Maple River Grain and Agronomy wishes the best of luck to the players in today's game. Maple River Grain and Agronomy is proudly serving producers, accessing markets, and building relationships in eastern North Dakota and western Minnesota. They offer a variety of grain marketing and agronomy solutions. See the latest updates by following MRGA on social media. They're active on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Check out the website at mrga.com to learn more about Maple River Grain and Agronomy and how they can serve you and your operation.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com.
As we go to the bottom of the second inning here, the North Star Bearcats, first time through the first three batters against Parker, a fly out to center and a pair of strikeouts, one looking and one swinging. It's a pitcher's duel so far early in this contest on yourliveevent.com. As I'll get updates again on the softball side as well throughout the day. This one in there for a strike on the way to Hunter Hagler, the freshman center fielder, now 0-1, batting in the cleanup spot. The 0-1 pitch is going to be hit on the ground. Going to be a tough play for the third baseman if he sees this one go foul. Now 0-2 as Eli Boer was coming on, and that one just shot foul right away. With this turf so far in the infield, we've seen pretty good true hops throughout the 4 games today. Nothing too much unless you put a little spin on it where it maybe shot more into fair foul territory. And the same through center is now we're starting to see a little bit of the shadows starting to creep their way through more in the right center and center. The 0-2 pitch hit on the ground. That's the shortstop. Maggio has to come in. Maggio throws to Holzer in time for the 6-3 putout, and there's one down. Carter Maggio fields that position awfully well, and a lot of times you get to these tournaments, it's just not beating yourself, finding ways to minimize mistakes, whether it's on base runs, whether it's on fielding plays, not allowing teams to get multiple outs in an inning. And then on the opposite side, if you do get a free air or a free out, can you take advantage and put a big number up on the board? And Parker so far has done a really good job getting ahead on Bearcat batters as Carson Simon, the junior right fielder, takes a strike. Here's the 0-1. Swung on and missed, now 0-2, and Parker gets the ball right back on the mound, and he's ready to pitch. The 0-2 on the way here for Jackson. Strike 3 looking, and that's Jackson's third strikeout, the second via looking, and there's 2 down. Jack Alberg, the senior second baseman, will dig in now. Righty versus righty matchup. Jackson Parker wields as this one missed low, now 1-0. North Star looking for their first base runner of the game here with the seniors. This one's going to be popped up, and we'll see how to play as there'll be 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 straight years for Central Cass. They made it to the quarterfinals and lost. This is their 3rd straight year they won Region 1, and they want to change that with a Region 1 quarterfinal round win. Grounder goes to third base. Boer bobbles that one, E5, and North Star gets their first runner on with 2 outs here in the second. Simon Parker, the junior third baseman, will come up now here for North Star, and we'll see for Coach Vogt here and Jesse how they want to play this one. With 2 outs and Alberg at first. The pitch. That one will miss for a ball at 1-0. A reminder of this broadcast of this tournament game has been made in special arrangement with the Board of Directors of the North Dakota High School Activities Association. Here's the 1-0 offering. Fastball, that'll miss out of the zone now. 2-0 as Jackson Parker works from the stretch for the first time here this evening. North Star looking for a 2-out rally here. Parker looking to record Parker here. The 2-0 pitch from Jackson to Simon. That'll be out of the dirt now. 3-0. We saw this back in the first with Westland where Parker was behind 3-0 and then threw 3 consecutive strikes for a strikeout of Westland. Now it's to Simon. Runner at first again is Olberg. Reach base on an air. The 3-0 pitch. That'll be out of the zone. Bluffing to bunt there with Simon Parker. It's a 4-pitch walk, and now runners at first and second. North Star, for the first time today, has a runner in scoring position, and Charles Bisbee, the junior left fielder, batting on the left-hand side, will step into the plate now for the Bearcats. The pitch in at the knee for a strike at 0-1. For Central Cass, top of the third, Mason Bussey, Broughton, and Convervig, 9-1-2 batters due up. The 0-1 offering. Foul tipped into the glove, now 0-2. Jackson Parker looking for his fourth strikeout here. North Star looking to put one in play and see if they can score their first run of the contest. Runner at second is Alberg. At first is Simon Parker. The 0-2 from Jackson. This is going to be smashed, and that's a foul ball. Right to Vaughn into the third base coaching box here. And pitch number 4 upcoming to Bisbee. As Jackson Parker looks back the runners and the pitch. That'll miss outside, now 1-2. As Bisbee digs back in on this turf field. 1-2 pitch, breaking ball, got him for his fourth strikeout for Jackson Parker, and that is his third, looking to retire the Bearcats here in the second. There were no runs, no hits, an error, and 2 runners left on base. 2 complete on our Irie Insurance scoreboard. We're scoreless here from Corbett Field on yourliveevent.com.
Hearts pumping, motors roaring. It's nonstop racing action Thursday nights at the Norman County Raceway and Friday nights at the Red River Valley Speedway. Featuring the fastest drivers around. Don't miss a lap. Fuel burning, dirt turning all summer long. For more information, visit ncraceway.com and redrivervalleyspeedway.com. The action never stops. Thursday night racing at the Norman County Raceway and Friday night racing at the Red River Valley Speedway.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Top of the third inning we go here on yourliveevent.com. We'll get to our Bake North in-game update a little bit later on, but right now that Bake North in-game update is it's a pitcher's duel. Just plainly put, there's 7 strikeouts between Parker and Jordy so far on the mound as Mason Bussey digs in. 1-0 is the count to Bussey, and he will take a strike now at 1-1. The senior right fielder, and then it goes through the second time of the order here for Central Cass as the 1-1 pitch upcoming. That'll miss. Now 2-1. Bussey, he's got some wheels. Logan Broughton has the ability to run as well. So 9-1-2 batters. The 2-1 offering. This is going to be hit on the ground. That's going to go right off the pitcher's glove to Alberg at second. It'll be 1-4-3 on the putout, and that'll be an out. Give the hockey assist to Jordy, and there will be 1 out here in the third inning. Logan Broughton now will dig in, reach base on an error his last time up. Both pitchers, they are just getting on the mound, and they are firing strikes right now and forcing the batters to do something with the ball in the zone. The pitch swung on and missed. Now 0-1. The shadows you have a little bit at home plate. You have the lights here that are down the right field line, and with that shadow coming in, almost covering the batter's box perfectly right now. The 0-1 offering, breaking ball in there for a strike at 0-2. Jordy, for the most part, wherever the catcher and Westland behind the plate is setting up, that's where the glove is popping right now. No balls, 2 strikes on the way to Broughton. The righty winds and delivers. Swung on, check swing for the strikeout, and Jordy has his 4th K of the contest. 2 down here in the top of the third. Sam Convervig opened up the game against the Kindred Richland Vikings in that Region 1 championship game with a 2 RBI double to right. At that time, it was 1-1, bases loaded in the 7th for the Squirrels, and Mr. Clutch Sam Convervig, the senior, delivered. Now it's 1-0. the State Class B Boys Basketball Tournament MVP, finishing off a perfect season as well for the Central Cass Squirrels. As Covervig takes one in the dirt, now 2-0. Sam's heading to Valley City State University coming up here in the fall to play collegiate basketball. 2-0 pitch on the way, and we haven't said that too much tonight with Zach on the mound to a Central Cass batter. 2-0, that'll miss. Now 3-0, and this is our first 3-ball count by Jordy. The North Star Bearcats able to get 2 runners on with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. The 3-0, Covervig taking all the way. Now 3-1, see what Central Cass can put together here with 2 outs in the top of the third. Here's the 3-1 offering. That'll miss. 5-pitch walk for Covervig, and he gets on base. First walk of the game for Jordy, and now it's Braden Mitchell. Mitchell has power here for Central Cass. Him and Majo are 2 guys that you don't want to leave something out across the zone because they can drive it somewhere. Wind's starting to blow a little bit more to straightaway center field here from Corbett Field, but for the most part, it's been about an absolute perfect day from 11:30 this morning to where we are here in the early evening. Covervig takes his lead at first as Jordy looks in. Now we'll work from the stretch. First pitch swinging is going to be popped a mile high, but foul up the first base side. Now it's 0-1. Mitchell struck out swinging his last time up. As Dilly holding on Covervig at first base. The 0-1. That'll miss. Westland buffs to throw to first. Now it's 1-1. For the North Star Bearcats, 9-1 in 2 batters. As you'll have Spear, Jordy, and Westland due up in the bottom half of the third inning here. 1-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Breaking ball out of the zone. Mitchell chased it. Now it's 1-2. Central Cass with 2 state titles in '54 and 2013, defeating Grafton 6-3 back in 13 and Enderlin in 1954. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That'll be in the dirt. Westland couldn't keep it in front of them, and now you'll have the Squirrels with the runner in scoring position. So Sam Covervig able to get to second base. Now it's 2-2 on the way here to Mitchell. And if Mitchell can find a way to get on board, he'll go to Carter Majo. Zach Jordy here. 2-2 pitch on the way with Covervig in scoring position here to a dangerous batter in Mitchell. The 2-2 offering. Breaking ball is going to be hit on the ground. That's going to go to the shortstop. There's Dan Hengler across the diamond in time. 6-3 for the putout. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. The Squirrels have left 1 runner on in the first, second, and third and unable to bring them in. As we have 2.5 complete on our Irie Insurance scoreboard. On the bottom of the third, the Bearcats coming to the plates.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at RDK Enterprises, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
It's a North Dakota All-Star Gathering on your live event, as we'll have coverage of the Shields Softball All-Star Series on June 5th and 6th.
And the 1-2. Hit on the ground, going to sneak through the middle for a base hit.
The Optimist Volleyball Series on June 12th and 13th.
This one comes Olivia Vetter, back set, blocked at the net.
Plus the Lions All-Star Basketball Series on July 10th and 11th.
Now it's with Class A. Here's Michael Nile with the windmill duck.
For more information, go to yourliveevent.com.
Good luck, Tommies, from everyone at Thompson Public Schools, where their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. A thank you to the students, teachers, parents, and staff that made this a great school year. And a special congratulations and good luck to the graduating class of 2023. You can find out more about the great things happening in Thompson Public Schools, plus summer camp information, 2023-2024 school year calendar dates, information, and athletic requirements. TPS-K12.org. Go Tommies!
Bottom of the third inning here on YourLiveEvent.com. I'm Chase Miller. We will follow the Central Cass Squirrels and the Thompson Tommies throughout the state baseball tournament. If Central Cass wins, they will play Thompson tomorrow night in the semis. If they lose, they will square off with Bishop Ryan in the consolation portion of the semis tomorrow afternoon. Spear, Jordy, and Westland here. First pitch from Jackson Parker misses for a ball, now at 1-0. We'll get to a line score after this pitch on the way to Brady. The pitch, 1-0. And on the hands, now 2-0. For North Star, no runs, no hits. They have committed one error, and they've left 2 runners on so far. 2-0 pitch in there for a strike at 2-1. For the Central Cass Squirrels, no runs, 3 hits. They've committed an error, and they've left 3 runners on base. The 2-1 pitch to Brady. Hit on the ground, a high chopper. Jackson Parker fields his position, has enough time as he comes off on the third base side off the rubber here. 1-3 on the putout, and there's 1 down. As Jordy comes up, fly out to center to Dakota, his last time up. And you have this ballpark in a residential area. If you hit it to left and center field, you can be on the deck in left center field and watch some baseball for free, and it looks like that's what we have going on. Why not? A gorgeous night, put some burgers and brats on and watch some baseball, as this will miss for a ball at 1-0. Then right center, you got a school into right field with some trees that makes its way around Corbett Field. Now 2-0 is the count here to Jordy, as the righty Jackson Parker winds and delivers. 2-0 is going to miss. Makes the count now at 3-0. But it's not going to play one way to a lefty or one way to a righty better on a particular day unless you're talking about the win. 3-0 pitch taken for a strike. And it's the second time we've seen a Bearcat batter fake a bunt on a 3-0 count so far. Here's the 3-1 offering from Parker. Going to be hit. That'll be on the ground at the third baseman, Boer. 2-hopper across the diamond to Holzer. 5-3 on the putout, and there's 2 down. So now 2 down here with Garrett Westland. Westland worked the count full after a 3-0 count. Strike 1, strike 2, and then swung on a miss on strike 3. Jackson Parker, first time through the lineup, 2 1/3 innings of work, a walk, 4 strikeouts, and now second time through with Jordy, and here's Westland. First pitch swinging, that's going to go to Maggio on a 1-hopper. Maggio, 6-3 to Holzer to retire the Bearcats and the side. 3 complete, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We're scoreless from Minot on YourLiveEvent.com.
Your family farm has been adapting to challenges in the field for generations. Taupe Insurance is here to help you weather the storm when those challenges arise. Visit with Taupe Insurance today about a quote or review of your policies. Taupe Insurance offers coverage on your farm's assets, crop and hail insurance, plus home and auto, commercial and life insurance. Stop in for a visit today at their office in Castleton or give Taupe Insurance a call at 701-347-4045.
Let's get real. Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends, and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
Halstead Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
Well, the lights have come on here at Corbett Field, even though the sun is still shining bright up the western skies. Scoreless through 4 here. Let's get to our Bank North in-game update as we get to the Top of the fourth inning, the one hit so far for the Central Cass Squirrels comes by Joe Shoemaker in the second inning, while for the North Star Bearcats, they've had a runner on with an Alberg error, and then you've had a walk as well that came with Simon Parker. For Central Cass, they have left a runner on in both the first, second, and the third. That is our Bank North in-game update. Go to ibanknorth.com. That again is ibanknorth.com. Member FDIC and proud supporters of their community. You can take them wherever you want to go with their mobile app and their online banking at ibanknorth.com. Majo Verkota and Eli Boer here, the 4, 5, and 6 batters for the Central Cass Squirrels. As we'll have a 1-1 count upcoming with Carter Majo. The pitch on the way. Breaking ball, that's going to be hit on the ground at the third baseman. Parker goes across. 5-3, and both teams for the most part have fielded awfully well in the first part of this contest. It's been chalk so far here today. North Star would love to see that continue as a 4 seed. Central Cass would be the proverbial first upset of the tournament as the 5 if they can win this game. Hit on the ground, first pitch swinging to the second baseman. Alberg comes in on a roller. 4-3, and there's 2 down. 3 straight retirements gone around the diamond. 6-3, 5-3, and 4-3 on the last 3 batters. You had a pop out with Sam Convervig on a bunt attempt, then a fly out by Verkota. Otherwise, everything has been on the ground for the most part so far against Zach Jordy, who's hitting his spots, working his pitches right at about the knee level here for the North Star Bearcats. Eli Boer 0 for 1 today with a strikeout looking. 2 down here in the fourth. This will be in at the knee at 0-1. Bisbee in left, Hunter Hagler in center with Simon in right. Dilly at first, Alberg at second, Dan Hagler at short with Parker at third, and Westland behind the plate. 0-1, that'll miss for a ball. Now 1-1. As we have Eli Boer looking to get on base here in the fourth. Also be out of the zone at 2-1. 4 batters up in the first, 4 in the second, and 4 in the third so far for Central Cass. Jordy's looking for his first 3 up, 3 down. 2-1 pitch. That'll be in the dirt now, 3-1. Squirrels with a runner on in the first with a Logan Broughton error reached second. Shoemaker with a 2-out single is able to reach second on a wild pitch. Then Sam Convervig, 2-out walk, and then a pass ball was able to reach second base. This is a high fly ball hit deep to left field, way back to the warning track, and that one is going to be a round tripper here for the Central Cass Squirrels, is making his way from second all the way around. Eli Boer gives Central Cass a solo home run on a fly ball to left, and the first score of the game goes to Central Cass. I lost that one right away as it was hit up to left field, and I saw the left fielder Bisbee going back, and that's our first home run of the day here from Corbett Field. So a base knock here by Boer. The solo home run. That again is the top of the fourth inning, and that's going to be a Joe Shoemaker now follows one up the third base line at 0-1. So a home run here for Eli Boer allows the Central Cass Squirrels to get out in front. And now it's 0-1. So Central Cass scores the first run of the contest here, and they get out in front. And we've seen that opportunity up and down the lineup this season for extra base hits as Joe hits one up the first baseline foul. Now 0-2. On the East, trying to complete, if you will, the sweep with the Region 2, 3, and 4 champs all winning today here at the State B tournament. The Region 1, Central Cass against Region 5, North Star. The 0-2. That'll miss. Now it's 1-2. North Star, bottom of the fourth inning. They'll be sending the heart of their order, a pair of Haglers and Carson Simon to the plate. The 1-2 offering from Jordy. This is foul back, and we'll keep it at 1-2. Cole Holzer due up next for the Central Cass Squirrels if Joe can find a way to get aboard here. Here's the 1-2 offering from Zach. Breaking ball, that'll be foul up the third base line. As you have our home plate umpire telling the North Star bench, Ryan Horniker, he'll need some baseballs after you have Joe Shoemaker right now fouling these off. The 1-2 pitch out of the zone, now 2-2. Dean Winchesky at first and Justin Klein at third is our umpiring crew here for the final game of day number 1 of the state baseball tournament. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Jordy. That'll be in the dirt low now at 3-2. Full count on the way. And this will be our first full count to a Central Cass batter from Zach Jordy here in the 4th. 3-2 in the dirt. Back-to-back batters are aboard. The second free pass from Zach here. And it's a 1-0 contest again in favor of the Central Cass Squirrels with that solo home run with Eli Boer. Cole Holzer 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Shoemaker stands at first base here. Batter number 5 of the inning for Central Cass. The pitch in there for a strike at 0-1. Holzer struck out his last time up, worked the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 0-1 on the way. That'll miss for a ball at 1-0. Contest that got underway at 6:44, just over 40 minutes old. As we're in the top of the 4th inning, midway point of this contest through 7 of regulation baseball. The 1-1 offering. Foul tipped out of the glove of Westland, now 1-2. As the runner at first base again in Joe Shoemaker takes his lead. The 1-2 offering on the way. The pitch. That'll miss. Good eye by Holzer. Now 2-2. Mason Bussey due up next here for Central Cass. Jordy looking for his 5th strikeout of the game. And there it's going to be to retire the Squirrels here in the 4th inning. But Central Cass draws first blood on our Irie Insurance scoreboard with a solo home run from Eli Boer. 1 run, there was a hit. No errors and 1 runner left on base. 3.5 complete. The Squirrels lead it by 1.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at RDK Enterprises, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey Swatch autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. They're open Saturdays 10 to 5. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
Bottom of the 4th inning, Central Cass with the lone run on our Irie Insurance scoreboard, and that has been the difference with that Eli Boer solo homer. Jackson Parker rocks and delivers for his 4th inning of work. That'll miss. Now it's 1-0. Dan Hagler with a strikeout, Hunter Hagler, and then Carson Simon here again. 3, 4, and 5 batters in the lineup. The pitch going to be popped up and playable up the right field line. Holzer chasing it down and able to backtrack in fair territory for the out. Holzer did a good job fighting the sun off a little bit, seeing that fly ball come in. And right down the fair foul line to get out number 1. So for North Star, 4 innings, and all 4 innings, they've had their leadoff man retired. As we have an update for you in softball. The pitch coming, swung on and missed to Hunter Hagler, now 0-1. Riley Santrum with a 2 RBI double in the 6th as Mayport CG leads 3-2 against Hillsboro Central Valley in the bottom of the 6th inning, as this one is going to be foul. Now 0-2. So the Patriots lead the Burros in that 4-5 contest in softball. Last season, Mayport CG played in a heartbreaking loss to Renville County that was right like this, just nip and tuck throughout, before Renville eventually lost in the semis and took third place at state last season. Here's the 0-2 pitch on the way to Hunter Hagler. Jackson Parker, fastball that'll run up. Now it's 1-2. 3 up, 3 down in the first. 5 batters in the second with an error and a walk. Then 3 up, 3 down in the third so far for Jackson Parker. It's going to be popped up, and Holzer's going to have another chance as he sees this one go to the right-hand side. That's going to be a foul ball. Just fouled by a half a foot as Holzer and Bussey gave chase down the right field line, and it'll be 1-2 all over again. You hit one right down the line here at 316. That's very playable. Center place true at 410. The power alleys again at 356. Just slowly kind of jets out as the ballpark gets bigger into center field. Here's the 1-2 offering on the way to Hunter. Fouled again. Hunter doing a good job staying alive here and taking some pitches against Jackson Parker. Bottom of the fourth inning from Corbett Field in sunny Minot, North Dakota. The 1-2 offering. Right back to the pitcher on a line drive, and Parker, we'll see if he maybe twisted his plant foot as he came off the mound, as he kind of gave an extra half step or two, as Parker gives a thumbs up and tells our home plate umpire Ryan that he's all right. So a soft little line drive to Parker here for the second out. And this mound, just like home plate, there's no dirt. It's all turf throughout. We haven't really seen too many hiccups, at least in the infield, from fielding where you've had your plant foot or trying to backhand a baseball and throw it across the diamond, as this one misses low to Carson Simon, now 1-0. 1-0 pitch runs in at 2-0. Carson Simon struck out looking his last time up in the second. As Jackson Parker works with a 2-0 pitch. 2-0, that'll miss for a ball at 3-0. Parker has retired the last 6 batters he's gone against. Last batter to reach base was Simon Parker, no relation, on a walk in the second. 3-0 in there for a strike, now at 3-1 for Central Cass in the top of the 5th inning. 9-1-2 batters, a pair of Bussey, Broughton, and Covervig, as this one is going to be hit in the air. Who's going to call for it? Covervig goes into center field to glove it and retire the side. So a 3 up, 3 down inning for Jackson Parker. That's his third of the contest. We've gone 4 complete on our Irie Insurance scoreboard. It's 1-0 Central Cass. The Squirrels coming to the plate.
Did you know that there are several different types of crop hail insurance policies? Hi, this is Bethany Rentz, crop insurance agent with Irie Insurance. We at Irie Insurance want to help you select a hail policy that will best protect your crops and bottom line from a hailstorm. Give us a call today to schedule a time to meet with an Irie Insurance agent. For our contact information, go to our website at irieins.com.
You're protected and appreciated at Irie.
Irie Insurance is an equal opportunity provider.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com.
Top of the 5th inning here on YourLiveEvent.com. It is the state Class B quarterfinals so far, and Eli Boer solo home run to left has been the difference maker for the Central Cass Squirrels. Bussey, Broughton, Covervig. Bussey 0 for 1 with a ground out his last time up. Digs in. This one is fisted foul, now 0-1. Zach Jordy so far 3, make that 4 innings of work. 2 hits against, a run, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. This one's going to be fouled right at the plate, and it's topped right at the plate. Jordy goes up and over on the runner here 1-3. That went right off the top of the plate here, and Jordy came off and able to get that for the out. He has 5 strikeouts, said 4, but he's got 5. Now it's Logan Broughton. Broughton 0 for 2 so far in the contest with a strikeout his last time up, has reached base once back in the first inning. This has been a treat so far with these two pitchers on the mound. Breaking ball in there for a strike at 0-1. Third time through the lineup now for Central Cass, as they will look in some way, some fashion to try to get an extra run across here. This one in there for a strike now at 0-2. But Jordy has been dealing on the mound, just as Jackson Parker has for Central Cass. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball out of the zone up, and 1-2. Here's the 1-2 offering on the way to Broughton. Swung on and missed for the strikeout. Jordy's got his 6K, and that's out number 2. So 2 down now in the top of the 5th inning with Sam Convervig 0 for 1 with a walk his last time up, and was stranded at second base in the 3rd. Jordy on the mound in the dirt. Now it's 1-0 to Convervig here. The 1-0 pitch upcoming is Jordy and Westland. Has been a nice battering ram so far behind the plate. Westland's done a good job keeping a lot of stuff in front of him for the most part that has maybe been in the dirt or out of the zone. The 1-0 offering. That one will be a breaking ball. Swung on top of it for Convervig at 1-1. Central Cass up to a runner on in every inning so far. The 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and the 4th. The 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike now at 1-2. Zach Jordy looking for his first 1, 2, 3 of the night. And see if the guys behind him can get some hits brewing for North Star. 1-2. Oh, missed low. Now 2-2 as he came in with the fastball. Sam Converig will have to battle here as the Shadows continue to make their way a little bit from the first base side onto the field. The 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball that'll miss and work the count full. Brandon Mitchell due up next for Central Cass if Convervig can find a way to get on base. Here's the 3-2. This is going to be fouled up the 3rd baseline. And we'll keep it at 3-2 again here for Sam Convervig. Central Cass, this is their 17th. Check that, make that the 19th game of the season. The same for North Star as well. Game number 19 for their 2023 years. The 3-2, foul by Convervig. It does a good job staying alive. Going through earlier in the day, some teams have been able to play 25, 26. Others have barely gotten to the teens once you were able to get to the regional tournaments throughout North Dakota this season. A 3-2 pitch on the way to Sam. Out of the zone, Convervig draws his 2nd straight walk, and the Squirrels have a runner on with 2 down here in the 5th. Brandon Mitchell, the catcher, 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a grounder to short to Dan Hagler. We'll dig in now for the Central Cass Squirrels. We haven't seen the Squirrels when they had chances with runners on to really steal some bases, but we'll see if Convervig leaves early from first. He'll stay put. First pitch swinging's popped up. We'll see if it goes on to play up the first base line, and it will. Just out of play now, 0-1. For North Star, bottom of the 5th inning, they will send 6, 7, and 8 batters in Alberg, Parker, and Bisbee here for the Bearcats. No balls, 1 strike on the way to a junior catcher. Brady Mitchell picked up the win against Kindred Richland in the Region 1 championship, going 6 innings. This one in the dirt. Westland keeps it in front of him. Now it's 1-1. Going back to that game, it was a pitcher's duel between Jorgen Swenson, who went 4 1/3, then just ran out of pitches in the tournament. Brandon Mitchell went 6 innings, 2 hits, 6 walks, and 9 strikeouts in the win for Central Cass against Kindred Richland. The 1-1. This is going to be a high fly ball into center field. You have Hunter Hagler calling everybody off, and that'll retire the Squirrels here in the 5th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. 4.5 complete on our Irie Insurance scoreboard. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. North Star coming to the plates.
New inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
Hi, I'm Ernie Struby, president of the Goose River Bank, and I would like to know your story. Our lives and our businesses are comprised of events. We have all had our failures and successes, and these events define our character. If your character includes values like trustworthy, respectful, honest, and responsible, then your story matches well with ours, and we would consider it a privilege to be your financial partner. At the Goose River Bank, we believe that a strong bank builds strong communities. The Goose River Bank, member FDIC.
Bottom of the 5th inning we go here on yourliveevent.com. As it's the North Star Bearcats and the Central Cass Squirrels. This one will miss Loda Olberg. It'll be 1-0. Olberg, Parker, and Bisbee here for North Star in the bottom of the 5th inning. Parker on for his 5th inning of work. This will be in there for a strike at 1-1 now. Alberg reached base on an error by Boer back in the 2nd. That's going to be hit and foul at 1-2. The zoo behind us here in Minot as well. And then you have the North Dakota State Fairgrounds not too far away from where we're at. Busy place in Minot, North Dakota. The 1-2 pitch on the way from Jackson Parker. Breaking ball that'll be off the zone now, 2-2. For some of the festivities to enjoy when you're coming to the Magic City. Here's the 2-2 pitch. This will be fouled and gonna bat again here by Albert. Central Cass, 1 run, 2 hits so far. They've committed an error as well. Here's the 2-2 offering and 5 runners left on base. While on the opposite side for North Star, no runners so far across. They've committed an error themselves here in this one. And they've left 2 runners on. 2-2 pitch. That's going to be right off the foot of Alberg as he'll have to stay put and then try to fight this one off a little bit as best as he possibly can here. As the home plate umpire, and Ryan will allow him to take some time and recollect himself before we get to another 2-2 offering. That just came off the inside of his left shoe and his left foot here at Corbett Field. The 2-2 count upcoming. That'll miss. Now 3-2. Jackson Parker with the payoff pitch as he winds and delivers. It's going to be popped up and playable. Who's going to call for it? Maggio at short calls for it. About 5 feet behind the mound on a pop out, and 1 down here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Parker has gone through the order now and retired 8 straight. The last man to get on base was Simon Parker with a walk back in the 2nd inning. Bearcats had 2 runners on base in the 2nd on an error and a walk back to back, and that's been the only base runners here against Jackson Parker. 0-1 count after a foul tip. The 0-1 pitch. That'll miss. Now it's going to be 1-1. 1-1 on the way. Jackson to Simon. I'll be out of the zone at 2-1. Then Bisbee due up next here for North Star. Runs have been hard to come by in this contest. We've already seen two teams shut out. Bishop Bryan held the 1. The 2-1 offering. Swung on and missed on the fastball. Now 2-2. Thompson Tommy's able to 10-run roll Bishop Bryan 11-1. Langdon with 6 runs across. The Lobos with 2 runs across. This one, fastball for the strikeout. That's Parker's 5th strikeout on the mound. Now it's Charles Bisbee. 2 strikeouts in the first, 2 in the second. And that's his first strikeout since then. And now it's Charles Bisbee, who struck out looking his last time up in the second inning. The 2-1 pitch, the first pitch on the way. Scoreboard says 2-1, pardon me. It's 0-1 on the way here to Bisbee. On the breaking ball, Charles looks back at the pitcher. This one swung and a miss, another off-speed pitch. Now it's 0-2. Parker gets the ball right back on the rubber, and he's ready. Gets his sign and the 0-2 offering. Fastball, strike 3, and that'll retire the side. The 6th strikeout for Parker. 3 up and 3 down for the 4th time here on the mound for Jackson Parker. 5 complete. We go to the top of the 6th inning. It is a 1-0 advantage here for Central Cass on YourLiveEvent.com.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Dirt turning, hearts pumping, motors roaring. It's nonstop racing action Thursday nights at the Norman County Raceway and Friday nights at the Red River Valley Speedway. Featuring the fastest drivers around. Don't miss a lap. Fuel burning, dirt turning all summer long. For more information, visit ncraceway.com and redrivervalleyspeedway.com. The action never stops. Thursday night racing at the Norman County Raceway and Friday night racing at the Red River Valley Speedway.
I got a new left fielder here for North Star coming into the game. It is going to be Owen Curdy playing left field, as Bisbee will be out of the contest now here for the North Star Bearcats. This one will miss for a ball on the way. As you have Carter Maggio, Dakota, and Eli Boer here. Heart of the order for the Central Cass Squirrels, 4, 5, and 6 batters. Jordy on the mound, the pitch on the way. It's going to be fouled, and it'll be 1-1 upcoming. So far here for the Central Cass Squirrels, 1 run with a Eli Boer solo homer to left. That's been the difference maker so far here in this contest. The 1-1 offering. It's going to be hit in the air. That's to straightaway center. The center fielder, and Hunter Hagler comes on for a line drive out number 1. One of the better hit balls that we've seen here today. Good job again in straightaway center by Hunter Hagler to get that one out. As you have Dan Hagler at shortstop here, and then at third base is Parker for the North Star Bearcats. Here's the pitch on the way to Carter Dakota. That'll miss for a ball at 1-0. Dakota 0 for 2. Fly out to Hunter Hagler in the second, then a grounder to the second baseman in Alberg, his last time up. 1 ball, no strikes on the way here. With a 1-0 pitch. That'll miss. Now 2-0. So for the Central Cass Squirrels, would love to add another run on here. For North Star, looking for what they've done for every inning except one. That's put a goose egg up and see if he can tie or possibly take the lead in the bottom of the 6th. Carter Dakota will work with a 3-0 count. We'll see if he gets the green light here. Game that's gone an hour and 6 minutes so far from Corbett Field. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Taking the entire way of Dakota. Now it's 3-1. Eli Boer, the man that has been the difference maker, due up next for the Squirrels with that solo home run to left. 3-1 offering. That'll run in for a 5-pitch walk for Dakota, who's on for the first time today. That's the 4th free pass, and now you have Dakota at first base. And we'll see if this might be it on the way here for Jordy, with where he's at again on pitch counts of what you can throw in a tournament. 135, the days that you have in between to go, as well as Jesse Vogt comes to the mound. And we'll see if he takes the ball away from the pitcher here, and Zach Jordy, and if he does, who's coming on next with a runner at first in Dakota and 1 out. This is the state baseball quarterfinals on YourLiveEvent.com. The 2 seed in Lemoore Litchfield Marion, the 3 seed in Langdon, and the 1 seed in Thompson have all advanced, and Simon will come on here. We're going to take a break and let you know about the new changes around the corner next on YourLiveEvent.com.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
At Cass County Mutual Insurance Company, they provide services to homeowners, farm owners, tenants, seasonal dwellings, mobile homes, and farm and personal liability. Cass County Mutual Insurance provides local service to all policyholders and is working with clients in 19 counties in the southeast portion of North Dakota. For more information about Cass County Mutual Insurance Company or to find an agent closest to you, go online to CassCountyMutualInsuranceCompany.com and use their agent locator.
On the line is done on Zach Jordy. He is on the hook, however, for Carter Dakota. 5 1/3 innings, 2 hits, 4 walks, 6 strikeouts here. As Zach Jordy will give it now to Simon. Carson Simon will be on the mound. Hunter Hangler goes from center to right field, and then Jordy goes to straightaway center here for North Star. Going to the bottom of the 7th in softball, Mayport CG scores 5 runs on 2 outs in the top of the 7th as they lead Hillsborough Central Valley 8-2 in softball, and the Burros are down their final 3 outs. Here's the pitch. This is going to be laced to left center field as Jordy will come on one hop it. First pitch to Eli Boer, and so far he's 2 for 3 today with a homer and a single, and everybody moves up 90 feet. So Dakota goes to second. Eli Boer with the second base hit of the contest. And now it's Joe Shoemaker who's got the other hit so far today. Joe's got 1. Eli has 2. Runners at first and second, 1 down. And the middle part of the lineup for the Squirrels has been the best part so far for Coach Manjo. The pitch. This is laced, and oh, what a play by the first baseman. Dilly with the double play. It was hit on the screws. Dilly was going to first with his momentum with the catch, and that's a 6, making a 4 unassisted double play as the Squirrels are out of the 6th inning. If you're Joe, it's just a tough one as it went right to the first baseman. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. 5.5 complete. North Star coming to the plate, down by 1 here on YourLiveEvent.com.
School's mission is to foster student excellence in cooperation with family and community and to provide educational opportunities in a safe and caring environment. Thank you to everyone who has helped make this mission a reality. The new STEM Center, Theater, Music Wing, Early Childhood Center, Wellness Center, and Athletic Complex will help set students up for success in school and life after graduation. They wish everyone at Central Cass good luck this year with academics and activities as you grow in the new space and move forward with excellence.
Bottom of the 6th inning here on YourLiveEvent.com. Squirrels it into a double play. Joe Shoemaker just hit one on a frozen rope, but Dilly was right there. And then the runner at first base again just really caught out of nowhere. And Eli Boer, even if he would have went back to first right on the head, I don't know if he would have been able to do anything with it. But Jackson Parker has been really good. First pitch, this is going to be a high gropper, tough play. Eli Boer comes in at third, flips it, and an infield single on the way. So Brody Spear gets aboard here. The North Star fans are making some noise at Corbett Field. That breaks up the no-hitter that Jackson Parker had again through 5. That's the first base hit here for the North Star Bearcats as you now bring Zach Jordy 0 for 2 today to the plate. So Jordy here will look down to his head coach and Jesse Vogt and see what the sign is, if they'll move the runner. He looks to bunt. Here's the throw back, and the throw by Mitchell Holzer not in time to Spear as Zach Jordy brought the bat back for a ball on the way. As you have Eli Boer about 60 feet right now from home plate at third base. Here's the pitch. That'll miss for a ball. Now it's 2-0. First time since the second inning that North Star has had a runner on base. 2 balls, no strikes on the way with a runner at first. In there for a strike, now at 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike on the way here. Top of the lineup for North Star again with the number 9 batter in Spear. Just hit one right off the front of the batter's box to get on base. The 1-2. The 2-1, is in there for a strike at 2 balls and 2 strikes on a fastball. And Parker working from the stretch, not taking much time in between pitches. Breaking ball, got it popped up. We'll see if it's enough room for Mitchell. Mitchell does a great job with the catch. Had about 4 to maybe 5 feet in front of him before that third base dugout starting coming to play, and there's out number 1. So Jordy is out to the catcher here, and now it's Garrett Westland. Westland, the junior catcher, 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a grounder. North Star just hasn't had the chances, and now all of a sudden you have a chance here with the leadoff runner. The first time they've had their leadoff runner on. Looking to bunt up the first base line, but that'll go foul at 0-1. The 1 run across, and Eli Boer solo home run again in the top of the 4th inning. That has been the difference maker so far here in this contest. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Bottom of the 6th inning here from Corbett Field in Minot. The 0-1 offering. That'll miss up top for a ball at 1-1. You lose this game, quick turnaround tomorrow, about a 1:30 first pitch or so. You win this game, you get about 23 hours before you get back on the diamond. Swung on and missed. Taking the heater there was Westland as he swung on and swung underneath it. Now it's 1-2. Parker with 6 strikeouts will love number 7 right now to get on base. Here's the 1-2 offering. Swung on and missed, and Parker gets strikeout number 7. 2 down now here in the top of the 6th inning as Dan Hagler 0 for 2 today. Batting number 3, the junior shortstop digs in. Spear with an infield single again breaks up the no-hitter. Parker looks back, the pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike, and 0-1. 3 times North Stars reach base, an air, a walk, and an infield single. That has been the only times they've been able to get aboard so far. The 0-1 popped up, and this is playable. Who's going to call for it? Parker calls for it. He does. Comes off the mound to retire the side and the Bearcats here in the 6th. No runs, a leadoff single goes awry, no hits, and one runner left on base. 6 complete here on our Irie Insurance scoreboard. It's 1-0 in favor of the Central Cass Squirrels here on your liveevent.com.
Hi, I'm Ernie Struby, president of the Goose River Bank, and I would like to know your story. Our lives and our businesses are comprised of events. We have all had our failures and successes, and these events define our character. If your character includes values like trustworthy, respectful, honest, and responsible, then your story matches well with ours, and we would consider it a privilege to be your financial partner. At the Goose River Bank, we believe that a strong bank builds strong communities. The Goose River Bank, member FDIC.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey swatch autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. They're open Saturdays 10 to 5. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
Top of the 7th inning here on yourliveevent.com. Stay tuned to our post-game show where we'll get to our Arctic Enterprises feature precision play of the contest. We'll also try to hear from a victorious player or two, that more. Bottom of the lineup here for Central Cass, Holzer, Bussey, and Broughton as the Squirrels are looking for some insurance. Simon on. He's gone 2/3 of an inning so far here for North Star. Winds and delivers this one, misses for a ball at 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes on the way to Holzer. Number 8 batter here in Coach Maggio's lineup. The 1-0 pitch in there for a strike at 1-1 with Mason Bussey again due up next. And North Star would be down in their final 3 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Squirrels looking to add on to it. The 1-1, that'll miss. Now 2-1. Eli Boer home run in the 4th. That's been the difference maker right now as it's been a pitcher's duel, a classic pitcher's duel here in Minot. A line drive roped right to the first baseman. And that's back-to-back times that we've seen North Star on the first baseman make some really nice plays. And Dilly has done it here. He's recorded the last 3 outs. So the double play again with Joe Schumacher, and then all of a sudden here's a Holzer line drive that he just waited for to try to shoot it to right. And Mason Bussey takes a strike now, 0-1. Bussey 0 for 2 today with a pair of groundouts. The 0-1. This will go to the backstop now, 1 ball and 1 strike. Central Cass 12 wins, 6 losses on the season for North Star, 16-2 for the Bearcats. The 1-1 pitch, foul back. Now it's going to be 1-2. As the clouds have made their way through a little bit here as the sun is continuing to set, the lights again are on here at Corbett Field. Nice venue for a high school state baseball tournament here in Minot. The 1-2 offering. That'll miss for a ball at 2-2. Zach Jordy, 5 1/3, 2 hits, 1 run that was earned, 4 walks and 6 strikeouts on the mound for the Bearcats. This is going to be hit into straightaway center field, right to the aforementioned Jordy. Now playing center, rounding first is Mason Bussey. That's a 1-out single. First hit given up by Simon in relief. And now you have Logan Broughton at the plate. As Logan Broughton will come on here. And he will take a strike. Now 0-1. Broughton 0 for 3 today with 2 strikeouts. And with Mason Bussey at first, will Coach Maggio put him in motion here? Bussey stays put. This one will come in, missing at the knee. Now 1-1. So it's part of the lineup that did a lot of damage in that Region 1 baseball tournament for the Central Cass Squirrels. 1-1 pitch is popped up, and that'll be into the infield. Dan Hagler calls everybody, comes a couple of steps in off the shortstop position and makes the catch. And now there's 2 down. Sam Convervig 0 for 2 today with a pair of walks. A 3-1 count and a 3-2 count that he drew for the walks. For Central Cass, they'll be sending Hunter Hagler, Carson Simon, and Jack Olberg, the 4, 5, and 6 batters, to the plates in the bottom of the 7th as Covervig sees this one out of the zone for a ball. Now 1-0. Winner of this contest will play the Thompson Tommies. Both of them have played Thompson early in the season. Central Cass at Thompson, then North Star back on April the 15th. The 1-0 pitch on the way. That'll miss. Now 2-0, so a familiar opponent will be coming up next. A loser of this game will play the Bishop Ryan Lions in the Consolation semifinals tomorrow afternoon. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs here with a runner at first and Mason Bussey. As that'll miss. And now it's 3-0. See if you give Covervig the green light on 3-0 or the take sign all the way with 2 outs. He will take the entire way and draw a 4-pitch walk. So Covervig's on for his 3rd time today. Bussey goes to second, and now there's runners at first and second here for the Central Cass Squirrels. And Braden Mitchell will step up to the plate. Mitchell struck out in the 1st to be the 2nd out, then ended the 3rd and the 5th innings with a grounder and a flyout. 0 for 3 today is Braden Mitchell. As Covervig will be at first. At second is Mason Bussey, and Mitchell wants to put something in the outfield. The pitch missing for a ball. Now it's 1-0. So some speed again on the base pass for Central Cass. If Mitchell can just put one in the outfield with 2 outs and the runner's going off, as right now Simon wants to talk it over with Westland with a runner at second base to make sure he's got the proper signs. Parker at third, Dan Hangler at short, Olberg at second, Dilly at first, and Westland behind the plate in the infield here for the North Star Bobcats. Central Cass so far today, just 4 hits across. Mitchell sees this one coming back. Now it's 1-1, but they have drawn 5 walks, so they found ways to get on base here for the Central Cass Squirrels, and 3 of the 5 of those walks have been by the number 2 batter in Sam Covervig. 2-0 pitch. The 1-1 pitch, coming up here to Braden Mitchell. Simon looks into Westland. Nods, looks back the runner at second, and it's fouled, and it's 1-2. In softball, you have Thompson, Kindred Richland, Beulah, and Mayport CGO advancing to the semifinals tomorrow. On the baseball side, who wants to join Thompson, Langdon, and Lamore Litchfield-Mary? Mitchell hits a high fly ball to right, but underneath there is Hunter Hagler to glove it and retire the Squirrels and the side. No runs off of a hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Bearcats down to their final 3 outs. That's next here on your liveevent.com.
Knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, Broadband Voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you want in a hometown. Business opportunities, great jobs, and a top-notch school. Shovel-ready lots for your next idea. Great jobs in manufacturing, healthcare, and agriculture. An excellent education for your kids with small class sizes and lots of school spirit. Plus easy access to I-29 and the conveniences of North Dakota's largest cities. Build your future in Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
Bottom of the 7th inning we go. North Star down to their final 3 outs here on yourliveevent.com. Hunter Hagler, Carson Simon, and Jack Albee due up here for the number 4 seed Bearcats going up against the number 5 seed in the Central Cass Squirrels. Jackson Parker has been fabulous on the mound so far. 6 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, and 7 strikeouts here for Parker on the mound for Central Cass. Winner has a date with the Thompson Tommies tomorrow in the semifinals. Here's the pitch to Hunter Hagler. That'll miss for a ball at 1-0. Queens, we will rock you. Got the crowd in a frenzy here in between innings. The 1-0 pitch. Hit in the air, that's to right field. On his horse, though, is Bussey for a loud out, number 1. That's about one of the better hits and maybe the best hit we've seen off of Parker today, but Mason Bussey closed that quickly in right field for the first out. Carson Simon 0 for 2 will come up here for the Bearcats. The number 5 batter in the lineup, the junior right fielder, now pitcher. Breaking ball in there for a strike at 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fouled. Now 0-2. Jackson Parker, 7 strikeouts so far. Has gone just 3 over the minimum. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball out of the zone at 1-2. Mitchell behind the plate. Boer at third. Maggio at short. The 0-2 offering. Breaking ball. Strike 3 looking for out number 2. Parker with his 8th strikeout of the evening. And now the Bearcats are down to their final out. Convervig at second, Holzer at first, and we mentioned Bussey in right, Dakota in center, and Logan Broughton in left. Central Cass leads by 1, and they need 1 out. Check swing, not going through the zone was Jack Alberg, now 1-0. Jack 0 for 2, reach base on an error back in the second inning. The pitch. Hit high in the air, that's to center field. Dakota camps underneath it, and that'll do it. The Central Cass Squirrels are heading to the semifinals. Jackson Parker, a complete game 1 hitter, 8 strikeouts and 1 walk in a contest that finishes in 1 hour and 27 minutes here today from Corbett Field. The Central Cass Squirrels, the 5 seed, are advancing to the semifinals and improved now to 13-6 on the season. Central Cass with 1 run here as they had 4 hits. You had 1 error, and the Squirrels in this one left 8 runners on base. For North Star, no runs off of 1 hit. They committed 1 error, and the Bobcats left 3 runners on base. Winning pitcher is Parker Jackson. The losing pitcher will be Zach Jurdy here in this one, who goes 5 1/3 innings, 2 hits, 1 run. The 1 run, Eli Boer solo homer, 4 walks, and 6 strikeouts. Central Cass with the win will play the Thompson Tommies coming up tomorrow night. With the loss, North Star will go up against the Bishop Ryan Lions. Our post-game show is coming up around the corner. That is next here on YourLiveEvent.com.
While driving down the road will soon be filled with farm machinery planting this year's crop. Hi, this is Bethany Rentz, crop insurance agent with Irie Insurance. As fieldwork begins, we want to remind you to take extra caution when approaching large, slow-moving machinery traveling down the road. A successful crop year is one that is accident-free. Irie Insurance offers all lines of insurance, and we would love the opportunity to visit with you. For our contact information, please visit our website at irieins.com. Irie Insurance is an equal opportunity provider.
To our post-game show, let's get to our RDK Enterprises feature precision play of the game. And when it's the only run, that's the one. Eli Boer with the solo homer in the 4th inning to left. And that is the only run across here in this contest. That is our RDK Enterprises feature precision play of the game. RDK Enterprises with locations in Hillsborough and Drayton for precision planting updates, information, questions, and more. Go to rdkenterprises.com. They're always there to help you and have a safe time on the roadways as you continue your field work throughout the summer months. RDK Enterprises. Final line score here in this one for the box score. First for Central Cass, Logan Broughton 0 for 4. Sam Convervig 0 for 1 with 3 walks. Braden Mitchell 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Carter Maggio goes 0 for 3. Carter Dakota 0 for 2 with a walk. Eli Boer 2 of 3 with a homer and a single. Joe Shoemaker goes 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. Cole Holzer 0 for 4, and Mason Bussey 1 of 3. For North Star here, Zach Jordy at the plate 0 for 3. You had Westland 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Dan Hagler 0 for 3. Hunter Hagler 0 for 3. Carson Simon 0 for 3 with 2 Ks. Jack Alberg 0 for 3. Simon Parker 0 for 1 with a walk. Bisbee 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. And Braden Spear with the lone hit. That was an infield single back in the top of the 6th inning. And that did it for the North Star Bearcats. Jackson Parker, 7 innings of work, 1 hit, 1 walks, 8 strikeouts. Jordy, 5 1/3, 2 hits, 1 run. That was earned, 4 walks, 6 strikeouts. Simon, an inning and 2/3, 2 hits, and 1 walk here in this one. We'll take a quick break. When we come back after this, take a look at the bracket and try to hear from a victorious Central Cass Squirrel player. More all coming up.
Grain and Agronomy wishes the best of luck to the players in today's game. Maple River Grain and Agronomy is proudly serving producers, accessing markets, and building relationships in eastern North Dakota and western Minnesota. They offer a variety of grain marketing and agronomy solutions. See the latest updates by following MRGA on social media. They're active on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Check out the website at mrga.com to learn more about Maple River Grain and Agronomy and how they can serve you and your operation.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com.
Dirt turning, hearts pumping, motors roaring. It's nonstop racing action Thursday nights at the Norman County Raceway and Friday nights at the Red River Valley Speedway. Featuring the fastest drivers around. Don't miss a lap. Fuel burning, dirt turning all summer long. For more information, visit ncraceway.com and redrivervalleyspeedway.com. The action never stops. Thursday night racing at the Norman County Raceway and Friday night racing at the Red River Valley Speedway.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at americancrystalcareers.com.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at RDK Enterprises, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
As we come back now, again, a final here for the Central Cass Squirrels as they're heading to the semifinals in a pitcher's duel, 1-0. So let's bring on Jackson Parker, part of our players of the game. A complete game, 1 hitter here in this one, as 1 walk, 8 strikeouts, goes up against 3 over the minimum. And first and foremost, Jackson, always has to be fun to pick up a win, but more importantly in postseason play. The last 2 years, I know the quarterfinals was that spot that you want to get over the hump. You're heading to the semis. How fun was this atmosphere with a really good pitcher on the opposite side with Zach Jordy dealing and yourself dealing throughout this contest?
Yeah, I mean, it was awesome. Just everyone in the dugout was just electric all day, and everyone was saying just 1 run. That's all we need, 1 run. Jackson's got to shut us down. So.
What was working for you from the start? Able to go, 3 up, 3 down in the first. You have 5 batters in the second that you had to go through, but other than that, outside the 6th, it was 3 up and 3 down. What was working for you today, Jackson?
I don't know. My arm just felt really good. I was trusting my defense as always, and just felt good today.
Take us through this environment. You had to kind of sit around, wait all day, find out who you're going to play coming up. It's hot, it's smuggy out, but at the end of the day, what was it like for you guys when you finally got to first pitch?
It was awesome. I was just so nervous all day long, and then finally get to game time, nervous in that first inning. I don't know. It just felt good after that first inning.
All right, so we go to the 4th inning. Eli comes up with 2 outs. You have the opposing pitcher, Zach, wheeling and dealing. All of a sudden, you hear the sound off the bat goes to left. What's going through your mind when that one goes out of the park?
I'm just thinking, holy crap, he just hit that out. I was just nuts, speechless.
And moving forward here, what can you say about just the infield, the outfield, the guys making plays behind you here today that you've been able to do in the region tournament now, game number 1 here of this state tournament, Jackson?
Yeah, we all just got to keep working hard. Everyone come out there and make plays, and that's all we need to do to hopefully win a state championship in a couple days.
Hey, Jackson, thanks so much for your time,
you.
and we'll see you in 24 hours.
Yes.
Jackson Parker again with us. As we mentioned, the complete game, 7 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, and 8 strikeouts. And when you only score 1 run, we got to talk to the man who delivered the 1 run. That is Eli Boer. And Eli, congratulations. Couple hits today in this one. First, before we talk about the homer, how about Jackson's pitching performance for you guys here tonight? What did you see from your fellow teammate?
Oh, he's been coming in clutch all year. I mean, Carter Maggio has kind of been struggling on the mound a little bit, but I mean that's why you got 5 other guys in the rotation. Got to get out there, get a solid start for him.
What has worked? I know it's been a topsy-turvy kind of season, but once you got to the Region 1 tournament, able to get 3 wins there, to get yourself to Kindred, find a way to get to state, and then same thing, find a way to get a win here, first of 3 games that you have with this team. What has worked for you in the last 2.5 weeks of baseball here, Eli?
I mean, big part of it is throwing strikes, and Carter Maggio has been coming in at the end of games throwing strikes. I mean, that's what he does. Jackson Parker, just like what he did today, throwing strikes. I mean, that's the biggest key to what brings us success, and that's just throwing strikes on the mound and putting the ball in play.
Speaking of throwing strikes, your opposition there, and Zach Jordy was throwing strikes as well. So all of a sudden, 2 down. Take us through your at-bat. You got it to a 3-1 count. What's going through your mind? What are you looking for as you hit that ball into left field for the home run?
Well, I mean, I was up in the count 3-1. I mean, last at-bat I was up 2-1. He threw me a curveball. I didn't think he would, but I went down looking. I learned from that at-bat and just up 3-1, saw it the fastball, put the bat out there and have it go.
Did it feel good right off the bat? Did you think it had a chance to get out?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't think it had a chance to get out, but it went out. Yeah.
For you guys, Eli, to get over the hump, the last 2 years you've been in the quarterfinals. You are able to get over that hump. Obviously, you got an opponent that you played earlier this season, fairly well, obviously, in Thompson. But what does it mean for this group to get one step closer, which is the ultimate goal, to find a way to get to a state championship on Saturday night?
I mean, it would be a big deal. I mean, last time we won the first game was in 2013. I mean, that was the group that ended up winning it. And, I mean, that's the goal every year, is to try to win a state championship. That's what we're hoping to do.
Final thing for Eli, how fun was this environment? How fun was it just to play in front of a pretty ruckus crowd, especially with Weebo Rocky going to the 6th, 7th inning? It seemed like everybody was on their toes on the edge of the seat. How fun was that as a player?
I mean, it's fun. Beautiful ballpark. I mean, this is a kid's dream, is playing a state tournament, playing baseball with your buddies.
Eli, thanks so much for your time, and best of luck tomorrow against Thompson.
Thank you.
Eli Boer again with us here for the Central Cass Squirrels as he delivers the solo home run, and the only run here in this contest as Central Cass has the victory. So that wraps it up here for our post-game conversation. Let's recap what happened earlier in the day at the State B baseball tournament. Langdon area Edmore Munich with a 6-0 win over Delax Burlington. They scored 6 runs in the first 2 innings. Lamore Litchfield Marion with a 2-0 win over Shiloh Christian. Then the number 1 overall seed, Thompson, wins in 6 innings over Bishop Ryan 11-1, and Central Cass with a 1-0 win over North Star as the Squirrels are moving on. So tomorrow here on YourLiveEvent.com, we will have the semifinal game between Thompson and Central Cass, roughly looking at anywhere from a 6:30, more than likely 7, unless that Langdon-Lamore Litchfield Marion game is similar to this in terms of a pitching duel. Then you could maybe get closer to a 6:30, but probably more than likely last game of the day looking to around 7 o'clock. Delax Burlington, Shiloh Christian will play at 11:30, following that Bishop Ryan North Star on the consolation side. Langdon area Emory Munich and Lamore Litchfield Marion the 2-3 seed game, and then it's 1 versus 5 following that with Thompson and Central Cass. They played earlier this season, and Thompson came out on top, as that was a 6-5 loss back on May the 5th in Thompson for Central Cass. Softball side, Thompson picks up a win over Renville County. Kindred Richland over Central McLean. We'll have that contest for you, the Tommies and the Vikings, at 4 o'clock with Jake Berkemeyer on YourLiveEvent.com from South Hill Complex. Hillsboro Central Valley falls to Mayport CG. They will play Beulah in the semifinals. Beulah over to Lax Burlington 6-5. We will have Beulah and alongside Mayport CG, that game roughly around 6, and we'll also have Hillsboro Central Valley on the softball side going up against Lax Burlington in that consolation game roughly at around 1 o'clock tomorrow. So 3 softball games, 1 baseball game on the docket coming up here from the Magic City. On behalf of all of our great sponsors, I'm Chase Miller repeating today's final. Central Cass picks up the win thanks in part to a Jackson Parker complete game and also a Eli Boer solo home run in the 4th. 1-0 Central Cass Squirrels moving on to the semifinals with a date with the Thompson Tommies. Join us tomorrow here from Corbett Field on your liveevent.com.